What's this?
Hello, welcome back to the Phreak Show. Bumpy McSquigums here. I want to thank you all for joining me as I continue with my Let's Play of Tyranny. I hope you guys have enjoyed the pre-release sessions of the game. I got to get you guys about, 10 episodes in before the game came out, so you guys had a pretty good idea as to whether or not you actually wanted the game, you wanted to play it, and check it out and all that stuff. So, I accomplished that goal. I also held a position in the first page of searches. I never hit number 1, but in first page of searches, I held a position for probably a little bit over a day. And then I have fallen, and I'm now relegated to page 2 and 3 of the searches, which is basically Siberia, and I will never be seen again. So I tried, and despite my best efforts, I was unable to keep up or surpass or beat out the big names in YouTube. So the big boys came in and crushed me. It's, it was bound to happen, but I gave it a shot, and I don't begrudge them, and I don't begrudge any of this. I've had fun with it. I am going to be scaling back the frequency of playing this. It's not going to be so many episodes every single day. I am going to have fun with it. I am going to play it. I'm going to try to play it to completion, because these games I often do drop off because I struggle with them or something else comes along. But I'm going to try to keep playing this one and have fun with it no matter what. What part of no aren't you grasping? Maybe you should put less effort into whining at me and more effort into scratching up a proper weapon before the next battle. I'm not leaving until I have my blade, even if I have to wait for you all to finish the siege and pack up camp. Alright, well, so saith you, sir. So, again, you might get 1 episode a day, or maybe 4 or 5 episodes a week. Something like that is going to be the plan. And then we're going to get back to our regularly scheduled programming. So, more just everything. There's a couple of games that are kind of waiting for me to get coverage of, to start coverage of those games. And I'd really like to do that. I'm going to try to get one done tonight. Not sure I have time. I'm kind of at the end of my evening, and the wife's coming home, and she's going to want to go to bed. So, that's where we stand right now. Not too bad of an intro, though, guys. And again, fantastic game. I'm loving it. Some people might love it. Some people might hate it. I don't know. I am a big fan of both of what Paradox Entertainment or Paradox Interactive and Obsidian Entertainment are doing with these CRPGs, and it's amazing to me. I love it, every second of it. All right. She folds her arms, looking at you expectantly. What is your role in the Disfavored? I am the commander of the Iron Guard, Sword Master of the Disfavored, and captain of the 3rd Boreal Company. Her voice booms loudly as her titles roll of her tongue, or off her tongue as it probably should say. Commander of the Iron Guard, doesn't that make you second in command next to Ash? Well, that I am, she folds her arms, but I view it as a very, very distant second. And I have no plans to outlive the immortal Graven Ash, so while by tradition I am an executor, or I suppose an executrix? Okay, I guess it's a female version of it. Of the Legion, I hope to never act on that sacred duty. Make no mistake, Graven Ash is the mind of the Disfavored. I am but his right hand, a student to his military genius. Alright, well, where have you seen battle? Let's see, Gates of Judgment, Bastage City, quick jaunt through parts of Haven, then on to Stalwart. She looks up at you with a shrug. I'm sorry, guys, it's fine. And finally here at Vendrian's Well. Quite a tour it's been. Well, back to my previous questions. What can you tell me about Ascension Hall? Kairos' edict is directing us to take Ascension Hall. That's what the locals call the inner sanctum of the citadel built at the base of the mountain spire. She points east toward the narrow vertical line of stone that rises above all other points in the horizon. It's also the base camp for the Vendrian Guard, so taking Ascension Hall has always been one of our objectives in putting down this insurrection. But now, well, we have a life or death reason to make that citadel our one and only focus. Alright, who's the strongest warrior in your cohort? Sure. Modesty demands I omit myself, but if I had to form the Legion into one giant phalanx, I'd have Sevius the Younger and Barrick take the corners. Sevius has been at this since before I was born, and Barrick, well... She hesitates. Well, what? I'm not deaf nor fragile. Say what you're going to say. I was going to say that you're perhaps one of the best warriors in the outfit, but good luck getting you to wear your regulation uniform. You're a good soldier, Barrick, but you know you're a pain in my butt. I am honored to be assigned one of your finest. Yeah, loyalty and favor. Woohoo! The honor is mine. When this campaign is over, I hope you'll accompany me in hanging more Vendrian savages along the road. Think of the stories we'll have to trade. Alright, well, farewell. Okay, well, let's get back on to our stuff. Actually, before we do that, let's pause real quick. I want to take a look. I want to take a look around. Sorry, I'm hitting the wrong buttons all the time. There's Sevius. Let's go talk to him. We can talk to these two. We haven't done that yet. Let's go talk to Rona. We didn't do a lot in this camp, and I feel like we missed quite a few things. So I would like to rectify that now. Got no time to chitter too much. Armored men. Speak to Uncle. Oh yeah, we did talk to you. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Pentabir. And you have stuff to sell. Okay, I remember this stuff. Alright, let's go ahead and steal some stuff, i.e...
It's all in the reflexes.
Yeah, it's all in the reflexes. We can also do some more spell crafting, too, if we were really inclined to do so. Tables lined with various medicinal herbs. It would appear that they have been something not important. Let's see, what else we... Carefully skinned game hang from the branch. They appear sickly and malnourished. Yummy! Sickly game, ladies and gentlemen. It's the best game. I'm kidding.
Got it.
Got it. Alright, so I gotta start using some of those, like, cheapy things, like one-time use dealies. Right, what's this? Alright, we got some fruit. And some grain. Fruit and grain for the brain. We can go talk to Lucia, or Lucia, if you prefer to, like, emphasize it a different way. Alright, I think we read that before. Let's see here. Lucia and Marcus. I am Lucia. This is Marcus. The disfavored soldiers points to the armored man. Soldier points to the armored man next to her. And you must be the Fatebinder. From under her helmet you hear an audible scoff. We've been assigned to Assigned to your hospitality, Marcus quickly interjects, while you remain on disfavored ground. If you should need a place to rest, we can make any necessary preparations. What can we do for you? Do you always stand at ease in the presence of a higher officer? Yes. No, sir. Marcus straightens his back in short order and regards you with trepidation. Is this... Lucia also adjusts her posture, if slower than her companion. I wasn't briefed on the chain of command. Do we report to the Fatebinder now? I heard Iron Marshal say that Tunan's agents can intercede if there's a dispute. That sounds pretty authoritative to me. I'm not so proud that I would strike a pose, or I won't strike a pose, if only to keep up appearances. That hardly satisfies my question, so I take it the answer is kind of. So be it. Hail, Fatebinder. Okay, well, ooh, what? Lucia, I can use some training? Finally, some fun to break up the monotony of this siege. Oh, what's this? What does this mean? I don't know what it means, but I'm excited. Cool. I didn't know we could train at these people. And it's not even all that expensive either. Holy, that's amazing. Oh, we actually also get point. Oh, that's so cool. How do you have as... Wait. Our current rank of athletics is what? Oh, that's the experience. We're 26 out of 45. And what is our current rank of athletics? Do we know? It can't be the same. Huh. That's interesting. See, it just shows us our current rank, but it doesn't tell us how... Well, you know what? I'm going to train it up. Oh, that's cool. So we can... Oh, each level we can... Oh, that's amazing. Alright, well, I want some more dodge then. So I feel like that's something I'm missing a little bit. And you definitely need to get more dodge. That's like your big thing that you're missing. We'll get you a little bit more in athletics, too. 5, I don't know what you need. I don't think you really need anything either. Alright, that was cool. That was something I wasn't expecting. Let's talk to him again. Marcus. Welcome back, Fatebinder. Lucia here was just mentioning that, only because you asked, that you've been a real asset to the Disfavored ever since you arrived. Not that anyone expected different, he beams at you with pride. Marcus, I'd like some training. Of course, Fatebinder, or Fatepinder, apparently. Alright, what are you, one-handed, two-handed? Oh, we've already trained. Oh, I'm a fool. I'm not really a fool, it's okay. Oh, that's right, we didn't want more dodge, we wanted parry with our... Okay, that's fine. We'll do a little bit more one-handed combat with you, buddy. We'll go a little bit here more with parry. There we go. That's pretty neat. I like that. I can totally get behind that. Alright, I want to take a look real quick. What were your skills again, sir? I guess this is not the right thing to check. There we go. You have a magic staff skill and thrown weapons. Actually seem to be here too. Interesting. I don't despise that. That's okay. Alright, oh, we were going to check this out. What was it? It wasn't this. It was... No, it wasn't that either. Was it this? What was it? It was this. May the edict claim your worthless life, archived. We are not completely without our senses. We knew Kairos would issue an edict on our valley. Perhaps the Overlord has a sick sense of humor, but I can assure I laughed when I learned the death sentence doomed the Oathbreaker and Puppet equally. I had such low expectations for the servant of the so-called Archon of Justice. Tunin seemed little more than a passive stooge that sits on a throne to legitimize the carnage and plunder of the other Archons. The face of prosperity that lets Kairos claim one thing while being another. I would have hoped you actually did serve justice, the notion, not the Archon, but your actions have said otherwise. At least I can thank you for proving my cynicism entirely warranted. If you survive this upcoming slaughter, bear witness that I, Tarkus Ari of the Vendrian Guard, do take responsibility for the actions of my crew. Should my warriors come before the court's axe, tell Tunin that they were starving, desperate, and easily manipulated into a struggle that was mine and not theirs. Sell this lie as well as you would sell the lies of the Overlord. Tarkus Ari, Captain of the Vendrian Guard, Patriot of Apex. Huh. Okay, that's weird. It's just a random weird thing, I guess. Oh, well, whatever. Okay.
See that?
I do see that, and I'm going to go and take that now. Look at that, we get some merchant's bracers, because that just sounds good. Alright, I guess next up, well, we can talk to Sevis, or we can go about our business. Let's go about our business. We can go into the tent, we're going to hear the two Archons babbling to one another. I'm the better one! I'm the better one! I'm blue! I'm red! You get the idea. You don't give these Oathbreakers enough credit. Even beasts can begin to see the patterns in your simpleton strategies. If there's any pattern to my strategies, it's the one of relentless victory. The Tearsmen excel at deception, but falter at a fair fight. Probably explains why you surround yourself with them, but who's been more deceitful than your second, Cairn? And wasn't he the expert on siege warfare? What's your plan for dealing with the walls now? Standing pyramid? The Archon of Stone was punished for his actions. If you want to talk guilt by association, I would be happy to hold you accountable for the collective crimes of the chorus. And any disfavored warrior can take 10 of these hillfolk with a fruit knife. Properly armed, it's not even fair. Yeah, they're still whining and crying at each other.
How can we trust your rabble not to turn at this last moment? How many of your conscripts have family bonds to the Vendrian Guard? It is decided. The Disfavored will take the vanguard of the assault. It is the only way to assure success before the edict comes to pass.
Graven Ash's roar pulses your eardrums, his face reddening as he yells.
Oh, you're so young. We can forgive you for being stupid. Without your Archon of Stone to bring down those walls, you're out of your element. Only the chorus has the numbers required to swarm the walls from all sides. We will lead the vanguard of this battle.
The best the chorus could accomplish would be leaving a ramp-shaped pile of corpses propped up against the walls for my warriors to use. Their fortifications are not a concern. Even understaffed, my Earthshakers could breach the masonry in short order.
Another brilliant idea. Cairn's cult is, we're sure, every bit as trustworthy and sane as the late Archon of Stone himself. You did notice the spire at the center of the citadel? Hard to miss it, being only the tallest thing on the horizon and such. Certainly your Earth mages won't do anything stupid like, say, breaking the spire's foundation? What could possibly go wrong?
The voices of Narat lazily twirls his scepter.
I trust them more than I trust your circus of rapists, sellswords, and turncoat tearsmen.
Archon Ash turns his head and, upon seeing you in the tent, relaxes his posture.
Tunon's Fatebinder has arrived.
The war tent falls silent and all eyes turn to you expectantly. Our operations in Echo Call Crossing and Trip Nettle Wilderness were successful. Why aren't you two marching toward Ascension Hall? My missions in Echo, blah blah blah, were successful with a little help from the Disfavored. Was victorious despite the constant ineptitude of the chorus. You done bickering? We're just going to go with number 1.
Nothing would please us more than to be done with this wretched valley. Perhaps if we had more support from the disfavored, and from the court.
Now that we are all assembled, I want reports. The Scarlet Chorus was going to resolve the Oathbreaker presence in the Outer Valley. What became of that?
Yes, what did become of that? We should know already, yet we do not. If we are not mistaken, the Fatebinder played a pivotal role in this operation. Fifth Eye, shed light on this baffling question.
The Fatebinder did indeed assist the chorus, in a fashion. The Oathbreakers were cut down, but the Fatebinder's wrath spared none, and Captain Palox Florian was not taken alive, much to our disappointment. The Fatebinder seems to have applied disfavored justice to Florian. Such a waste.
And look what showing them mercy has done for us. My scouts report seeing chorus thugs fleeing your camp, defecting back to the enemy. They are abusing your mercy, and you either don't notice or don't care. The former is negligence, the latter is treachery.
I was asked to lend a warrior's hand and did just that. Be grateful or be silent. I disagree. He would have made a perfect captive. But he was a raging zealot with a death wish. Capture wasn't an option. They are Oathbreakers. They've abused our mercy once before, and we're idiots to think that'll change. I'm going to go with be grateful or be silent.
Iron Marshal, I understand we've established a foothold across the Mittani. Report.
I shall. Or, well, she shall, I guess. Let's see. Securing the Mittani was a gruesome affair. An agent of the School of Tides still lives, and the river was turned against us. Despite our losses, the day ended in success at Echo Call Crossing, though victory came at a great cost. I have gained wrath with the voices of Narat. In securing the riverfront, it was discovered that the denizens of Echo Call Village were in possession of stolen iron. After we used our own arms against us, we, of course, put the village to the torch, and the Fatebinder wisely backed our claim to show them the price of resistance. Our victory pyre burns on the horizon for all to see. A few of them got away, but their leader, Captain Mittani Sybil, did not. Our spies tell us she was one of the founding members of this insurrection. Her death will no doubt dishearten the Oathbreakers.
One less noble scion of Apex with delusions of relevance. Good riddance.
Indeed.
Have we forgotten why we marched south in the first place? Are we to rule over a sea of corpses? Have you any idea how difficult it is to tax dead people? Your treatment of the locals is short-sighted. We alone follow the commandments of the Overlord.
As if to emphasize his words with the conductor's wand, the voices of Narat flourishes jeweled scepter in the air. We can safely assume Kairos wants some bloodshed, otherwise why send the disfavored? My intent was to honor the chorus and bring you a captive, but it would have taken a gang of warriors with nets to take her alive. Oh, so Kairos commanded you to be an insufferable butt at every turn? If so, good job. Yeah, I'm going to go with number 1.
Sophistry becomes you, Fatebinder. But we think the disfavored was sent to learn from our example. What other reason would the Overlord have for slowing us down with such a burdensome ally? Kairos' Day of Swords approaches, and our allies in the disfavored and the court refuse to work with us. There is clearly only one reason for this. Graven Ash and Tunon have allied against us. You conspire to rob us of our deserved glory!
Emerald-colored trails appear in the air as the Archon madly swings his scepter, gesticulating with growing rage. I thought it said growling. My eyes are going bad yet. No, I'm kidding. It's fine. If you two are unwilling to work together as Fatebinder of Tunon, I will order you to do so. Remain silent. Conspiracy, you're the one who has acted the fool this whole time. Remain silent.
You conspire to rob us of our...
The Archon of Secrets halts abruptly. His body freezes for a moment as his bronze mask rotates, a new face turning to meet you.
To rob me of life. I struggled as best I could, but I could not shield the Legion's secrets. I'm sorry, Father.
Well, that's creepy. A younger man's voice comes from the Archon in hurried tones. A moment later, the Archon smacks his scepter into his mask, and the bronze rictus spins back to the original orientation.
You Sick fuck!
The Archon of War stares at the voices of Narat, anger welling in his face. Explain this madness, remain silent. I have seen enough. Since you cannot both work together, I will have to choose one of you. I want him to explain this madness.
So that is what became of my son, Brennix.
Oh.
I knew the Oathbreakers didn't kill him in captivity. You will pay for this. But you knew this already, didn't you? Binder, I will not work with this perverted piece of garbage. And I'm a few seconds away from pretending there's no blue flag in my tent. As the voice of Tunon, you must choose which of us has the right to take Ascension Hall, for there will be no unity between our armies.
Okay.
With whom do you stand?
The voices of Narat's mask tilt sideways as he lurches forward, wagging his scepter at you. The tent grows quiet as the gathering looks to you in anticipation. You will march on the Vendrian Well Citadel together, or not at all. The Disfavored will lead, or the Scarlet Chorus will lead. Well, poo, we have problems here, guys. We have issues and things and decisions, and you know I'm going to make the wrong one. I want them both to go, but I definitely favor the Disfavored, so I'm going to go with number 1.
You test my patience, Fate
Lost
Binder.
favor, gain
We did
draft,
not
gain
ask
draft.
for a weak compromise that leaves all parties unsatisfied. Whom do you support? Are you going to let the Scarlet Chorus traitors have their way? Or will you stand by Kairos' true disciples, the Disfavored?
Well, I guess I should have just stayed with what I was going to go with originally. That was the Disfavored. I decided to try to get the... You know, the whole point is that we're supposed to work together to go do this, right? So, whatever. Alright, well, the Disfavored it is.
As I knew you would. You have made the right choice. The Disfavored have stood at the forefront of battle since the first days of the war. And now, we have the honor of winning this final battle.
Graven Ash salutes you, his fist striking his breastplate with a thunderous clatter.
Our beloved chorus! We have too many lives to protect. We can't allow your foolish decision to destroy us all!
A brilliant emerald green radiates from the Archon, and the chatter of a busy marketplace seems to fill the tent. The scepter he normally holds as a playful prop is now clutched as a bludgeon ready to strike.
You would dare harm me and our guest from the court?
The air crackles with electricity as Graven Ash lifts his maul to strike. Uh-oh.
By Kairos' word, this means war! How did it come to this?
You rouse to consciousness to the sight of Graven Ash swatting his hand toward the thinning green mist where the voices of Narat once stood moments ago. We will have to take Ascension Hall without the Chorus's help. Are you sure you wish to go to war against the Chorus? I saw you step in front of me. Thank you.
Just old soldier reflexes. Couldn't be sure if it was trying a simple illusion or a bolt of fire. Either way, needed to be sure my guests didn't perish in my war tent. Wouldn't be able to live that one down.
Not really worried. Well, we will have to take Ascension Hall without the Chorus's help. Are you sure you wish to go to war against the Chorus?
What other choice am I given? It is clear the voices of Narat would endanger all of us out of vanity. Besides, we all know when this war is over, someone must rule and protect the Tears. So I will start protecting the Tears from the depravity of the Scarlet Chorus.
I don't disagree. Honestly, if they weren't doing what they were doing, this all probably would have gone differently. Just saying. Alright, well, we will have to take the Ascension Hall without the Chorus's help.
Yes, and instead of having false allies on our side, at least we can march on the Citadel knowing full well who is friend and foe. And it goes without saying, the Disfavored needs you now for this glorious battle. Please speak with the Iron Marshal. She will give you the specifics of our plan.
Alright, fairly
The
well.
Archon of Secrets left behind one of his spies. Perhaps we should send her back to her master in pieces.
He narrows his eyes and points a finger at Verse. Barrick's armor makes a discordant sound of iron bending under pressure. Everyone assembled in the room looks at him.
Something to say, Barrick?
Ash passes his stone shield a confused look.
Nothing at present, Archon. Forgive the interruption.
Barak looks at you with a vague hope in his otherwise impersonal stare. Verse is with me. I'm surprised you're still here. Let verse go. Save your fury for the battlefield. I won't stand by another violation of the blue flag. Verse is with me.
You would harbor the Archons' henchmen in your company? This is aiding and abetting the voices of Narot. I cannot stand for it.
You can and you will. She's necessary to my work, which puts her under the court's protection. Scarlet Chorus favor not met, lore not met, subterfuge not met. Draw your weapon agreed. She can't be allowed to live. Let verse go. I'm going to go with number 1 because she's supposed to be
You
here.
are playing a dangerous game, Binder. If you wish to hold a venomous serpent so close, I will allow you your own self-destruction. Now leave me. When you are ready to join the assault, speak to the Iron Marshal.
Cool stuff. Cool stuff. Alright, so apparently the two split and they are no longer buddies. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get out of the tent, I guess, and we'll probably break off the episode here. I think I'm going to give it a little bit of a break, so we'll say I'm going to return on Saturday for more tyranny and fun and wonderful stuff like that. So, tomorrow, no tyranny, the following day, tyranny, and then so on and so forth. But, it should all be fun. We should have a blast with the game. Like I said, I really am enjoying the game. I hope you guys are as well. And I'll see you in the very next episode. Until then, my name's Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by the Phreak Show, and I will see you later.